Hi everyone, in today's video we are going to learn the format of IELTS exam. So in the beginning when you start your preparation, it can be a little bit overwhelming, especially if you do not understand the different section and the different questions that you're about to encounter. So to get you a heads up, let's discuss the format of IELTS examination. So first of all, the different sections which are there are reading, listening, writing and speaking. The reading, listening and writing are part of your written test and the speaking test is taken separately. Now, depending on the type of your test, it can be either academic or general. But these four sections are same, that whichever exam you choose, you have to complete these four sections in order to get a good score. Now, one by one, we are going to discuss each section. So the first one is reading. In reading, there are three sections and you have to read and solve the paragraph and the questions. So these three sections are generally labeled as A, B and C, and there are 40 questions in total. So roughly in each section there can be around 12 to 14 questions. Now these are to be solved in 60 minutes, that you have a clock on your mind that you have to solve these in 60 minutes and no extra time is given. Now when we talk about the nature of the text, so again the nature of text is different for academic IELTS and for the general IELTS. For academic IELTS, you see one long text in each section, that there is going to be 3 passages in total with 1 passage in each section. And here the nature of the text is inclined towards academic or educational content. It can be about any research topic, any health topic, any data that is regarded with evolution or a particular place or a theory. But when it comes to general module, we have shorter text. For example, in your paragraph number A or in your section A, we can have 2 to 3 short text. Same for B, we can have 2 short text and there will be only 1 long text in the paragraph number C. Alright, so this is how your nature of text can vary according to your type of exam. The next section is listening. So here you have to hear the audio and solve the questions. So usually the audio is for 30 minutes and the questions are divided into 4 parts. So on a whole there are 40 questions. It means that in each part there are 10 questions which you have to solve. Yes, some time is given before so that you can read the questions, but you do not have the option to rewind or repeat the audio. The audio will be played only once and you have to be concentrated and alert enough to note down your answers. Now when we talk about what happens when the audio is finished, now we also know that the mode of examination can also be in 2 ways. Either it can be a pen and paper based exam or it can be a computerized based exam. So in a pen and paper based exam, you get extra 10 minutes to transfer your answers from the question booklet to the answer sheet. But in a computerized exam, you do not get extra 10 minutes. You just get 2 to 3 minutes to check your answers. So you have to be attentive in this section. Let's move on to the next section, which is writing. So in writing part, we have 2 tasks which one has to complete. And this is to be completed in 60 minutes and no extra time is given. So here the type of tasks are different according to the exam that you have enrolled. If you have enrolled for the academic exam, then there's a report writing where you have to summarize the data and important features of the given diagram. But if you are going for general exam, then there is going to be a letter writing which can include formal, informal or semi-formal letters. Now the word limit for letter writing or task 1 is 150, that you have to write at least 150 words to get your desired score. If you write less than that, there can be a deduction. The task 2 is essay writing. So this task is same for both academic and general IELTS. So here you have to write an essay in around 250 words as per the instruction, and if you write less than 250 there can be a small deduction as well. So overall there are 2 tasks which needs to be completed in 60 minutes. Let's move on to the last section of the IELTS exam, which is speaking. Now up till now your reading, listening and writing, they are a part of written test and they are held all together. But your speaking test is taken separately. It means that it's a one-on-one session with the examiner where the examiner asks you the questions according to the format of the speaking test. The test usually takes 11 to 14 minutes to complete, so we can regard that it is the smallest part or the least time in which the least time is involved of the IELTS examination. So let's discuss the format of your speaking test. So there is part 1, which includes the introductory and related questions. That first of all there can be questions regarding your study, your work, your city, hometown, or anything associated with your daily life. And then there can be some related questions to any abstract topic such as social media, shopping, online education, etc. Then we have the part 2. So it is a cue card question where you get a specific topic on which you have to speak for 2 minutes. Okay, so don't worry, you get 1 minute beforehand to prepare as well. And then you have to speak on this topic for 2 minutes. After that, we have the part 3, which includes some follow-up questions regarding the topic that you got in part 2. That your questions over here, they are going to have a connection with the topic that you previously spoke about in part 2. So overall, the part 1 and part 3 takes up to 4 to 5 minutes and the part 2 takes up to 3 to 4 minutes. So on a whole, we can say that in 11 to 14 minutes, you can be done with your speaking test. So these were the 4 sections that we discussed, which are the part of your IELTS exam. So thank you so much for listening.